A lot different when Bannack was Montana's territorial capital, and all that remains of those days are the buildings of Bannack State Park.
This week in Fish and Wildlife, you have a chance to relive those days this weekend for annual Bannack Days.
This week in Fish and Wildlife, sponsored by your local Montana Toyota dealers.
Thursday morning time once again for This Week in Fish and Wildlife. We're outdoors out back at the Region 3 headquarters. Morgan Jacobson joining us this morning. Big event coming up this weekend, Bannack Days. Let's talk a little bit about what folks can expect. Head on over to Bannack this weekend.
That's right. So yeah, Bannack Days are this Saturday and Sunday. We're super excited about it. It's biggest event at that state park by far, you know, it's a great opportunity to step back in time and to see what history was like in the place that the history actually happened. So you know, there's all kinds of things happening at this event. We have you know, demonstrations on various skills that people had back in those days, like blacksmithing, you know, gold panning, things like that. There's music, there's entertainment, there's food, there's all kinds of stuff. So it's just a great event for families to come out and enjoy.
The thing I love about it is you mentioned stepping back in time. It really is like that. The folks who work on doing these presentations and becoming that, it is back in the 1800s. It feels very much like that. It's a great opportunity to see what Montana was like, well, actually before it became a state.
That's right. Yeah, so Bannack was actually founded in 1862, and so basically from that period until the 1950s, it was a mining town. You know, they found gold there in the early 1860s, and so you know, that's kind of what these volunteers are recreating here at Bannack Days, is that atmosphere, those activities, you know, things that help people learn and enjoy Montana's rich history and heritage, and walk away with a better sense of what things were like back there.
The other thing that this really does is gives folks a chance to see, you know, one of those real marquee state parks. It takes a lot of effort to maintain this, and the work there has been good. It doesn't, I mean, other than the fact that you drive up on a blacktop road and you're in your fancy car, it really isn't that different. The buildings are just like they were when the last person lived there.
Yeah, you know, there's several dozen buildings that remain there. And have been there since Bannack became a state park in the 1950s. So, you know, that's kind of the goal is to maintain those and to keep that history alive in a sense that people can really grasp it. And so, you know, as people come and enjoy this event, we hope that they'll kind of get a really good sense and you know, enjoy what things were like and have a good time. So.
Yeah, and I think I would suggest, is if you're driving up there too, to think about as you're driving up there in your fancy car with maybe the air conditioning on or that, what it took for the folks who lived there just to maybe get into Dillon or go to get some supplies. It's a chance to see how tough these people really were.
Oh yeah, life wasn't easy, that's for sure. And you know, that's kind of the fun in reenacting is to maybe live a little bit like they did and feel, get a sense of those challenges, you know, what life was really like, because, you know, we have them to thank for a lot of things in how Montana has been shaped coming forward and what our history was like. So, you know, that's another goal of this event, and you know, we encourage people to participate and to kind of step back and live life in a simpler way.
That's perfect. Again, Morgan Jacobson joining us this morning. We're at Region 3 headquarters, but your chance this weekend to step back in time and see what Montana was like before it became a state. Morgan, thank you very much. And that's This Week in Fish and Wildlife.
This Week in Fish and Wildlife was brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.